Hey everyone, Captain Amazing here, and today we're going to do a roster review, so let's jump into it. Today's roster review is going to be with a spin of the wheel, so let's see who's going to get their roster review today. Jailboy. Jail/JQ9X. He has been a viewer for a very long time. I've done a few roster reviews for him. I don't know if this is for his main or his ult, so let's see what we got here. So JQ9X, I think that's his ult, with the Book of Bubble Fat. 2.2 million GP, 1.2 in characters, almost a million in ships, and been playing for about 9 months. So it looks like he's going for the Revan's farm, Jedi Knight Revan, Darth Revan. So I will say this about alternate accounts. If your main, because he has, I think, 2 free-to-play accounts, but if your main isn't going for something, if you make an alternate account, it's probably better if you do something that's not your main, because if you're just doing the same thing on 2 accounts, it's probably not that fun compared to if you can experience some things that are not on your main. In that way, because it's a resource management game, only so many things that you can farm. So if you have an alternate account, then having it have a farming pathway that may not be super ideal for the fastest way to grow an account, but it's doing its own thing that allows you to experience different parts of the game, then that's a win in my book. So Jedi Knight Revan into Darth Revan, they're probably going to get Malik here shortly. They have a good investment already in Savage. I would put some more investment into Treya, and if you can give her at least a Zeta and an Omicron, she's useful right then and there. I would still recommend getting her lead Zeta as well, and then giving her some mods, even some like generic mods, and then start farming Nihilus, because the core is going to be Darth Treya, Savage, Nihilus, and you can use that for pretty much forever. So I would get these guys up and running, start farming the stars for Nihilus as a little side farm, and then your next investment should be with that. So it's going to take you a long time to get your Malik up and running. So as you can see, you're equipping gear 12 pieces before they're ready. Even on an alternate account, and you're doing it all over the place. Just don't do that. Like, click this button here for upgrade when a character is fully ready to be upgraded, and that's going to help you out overall. So I do think these, as getting them to relics, are great. You can, I wouldn't put too much investment into HK47 until you're farming the Leviathan as a requirement. I still prefer, even with Malik, I prefer the Sith Marauder, Sith Empire Trooper, or Sith Assassin over HK47, because to really get the most out of him, you have to put his Zetas on there, and I would say his Zetas are 100% a skip. So don't put the Zetas on HK47. Leave him where he is. You can side farm these guys, get them up and running. Really good farms to get. And that way, if you have at least those 3 with Malik, sometimes you can put Malik as a solo, because he solos certain versions of Padmes or Ewoks. He solos a lot, believe it or not. And then you can still have a Jedi Knight Revan lead. So or Darth Revan lead. With your Jedi Knight Revan, let's look over here. With your Jedi Knight Revan, this is a pretty good team. I don't know, because Jedi Knight Anakin, General Kenobi, Snips are going to fall to someone else's. Grandmaster Yoda, even when you take him to like R8 for Kenobi, is going to be a foundational character with Jedi Knight Revan, especially in 3s. I go with Jedi Knight Revan, Grandmaster Yoda, and you can either do Jolee or Bastila as the 3rd, and they beat a lot of great things, because Grandmaster Yoda hits really hard. Jedi Knight Revan has a lot of functionality and support abilities with his lead and savior and all that stuff. So really strong team. You can use this for now, But sooner or later, you are going to want to get Qui-Gon Jinn up and running. Even if you could just put his Omicron on there, once you can, even believe it or not, if the bare minimum gear levels you need just to throw that Omicron on, still a better team to have Qui-Gon with Jedi Knight Anakin and just a bunch of garbage Galactic Republic Jedi would probably be better than including Jedi Knight Anakin in this Jedi Knight Revan team, because this is a really strong duo. So overall, you're going to want to peel probably these three off, put them with a Qui-Gon team. You're going to have Jedi Knight Revan with Jolee, Bastila. You can fill in with some other stuff, maybe like Hermit Yoda is pretty effective, or you can do what you probably should do right now. Once you finish your investment in Jedi Knight Revan, Darth Revan, I would start going all in on these Master Qui-Gons, Padawan Obi-Wan. Just take them to Relic 7. I know it may seem weird with like 2.2 million GP, but if you can do that, that's going to fix a lot of your credit problems. It's going to give you a lot of good income for a very long time with their assault battle. Also, you can fill them in on these Jedi teams. So you can put them with a Qui-Gon. If you get a Padawan, a Padme team, you can put her with Padme. So you can go like Padme with Master Qui-Gon, Padawan Obi-Wan, Master Kenobi Snips or something, and then you can go Qui-Gon Jinn with Jedi Knight Anakin, and then Jedi Knight Revan can take the rest of the Jedi, probably like Jedi Knight Revan, Grandmaster Yoda, Jolee, Bastila, and maybe like Hermit Yoda or something. But a lot you can do with the team to get it up and running, or to split these. But 100%, I do love the Revan farms. Let's look at your ships. So you have a good amount of investment into your negotiator. So you can, if you want to, you can go all in, just finish actually, it's pretty much finished except for like that 7-star. You don't have the Marauder. I would say that with this ult, if you can, I would still go for a GL fleet, even if it's a side farm. If you don't want the Executor because you have the Executor on your main, then go for the Profundity first. But you need a GL level fleet so that you can get good fleet placement. If you don't want a GL fleet, something that's irregular and a little harder to do, but you can go all in on this Bad Batch and use the Bad Batch with Negotiator as your main fleet for a very long time. I would still recommend getting a GL fleet after that, just for Grand Arena purposes, and sometimes the Negotiator struggles against the Profundity, where it beats Executor and then sometimes beats Leviathans. It will last you for a very long time, but I do think it's worth it to get that GL level fleet sometime, and then a GL. But again, this is an alternate account. You can do whatever you want with it, but continue to side farm your stuff. Houndstooth is still worth it. You still need, even if you go for the Malevolence, you still need at least 4 bounty hunter ships at 7 stars. So it's going to take you a while to do that. You don't have to go straight for it. You can do something like the Bad Batch while you farm your bounty hunter ships, and then you can finish off with Profundity or Executor, whatever one you want to go for. But either or you can do your Marauder. But I would still recommend farming that GL level ship sometime. After that, it's going to depend up to you, man. Like this is an alternate account. You need to do, like, follow your heart with it, do whatever you want. Of course, the most ideal thing you could do would be like finish your Revans at least, because you put so much effort into them, side farm your Sith, and then go for that Jabba farm or finish your GL level fleet, then go into that Jabba farm while mixing in assault battles. That's the ideal way to do it. But if you're looking for just something fun, then do Revans, farm Malak, and then farm something that is interesting to you, because this is a side farm, but I can't tell you what that is. It's going to be more of like a passion project thing. So you have to decide, is this account going to be a passion project, or are you going to go for efficiency? Because if you're going to go for efficiency, then finish a GL level fleet, go for Jabba, mix in assault battles, and then profit from there. But if you're just going for, you want something that is fun and it's just going to be whatever, then do whatever you want. You could also, since you have Jedi Knight Anakin, it wouldn't be horrible because you're kind of have some of the things to get it. So it wouldn't be horrible if you did like C Executor or something like that while you're farming all the ships for Executor. farm C after you finish your Revens, and then you can go C Executor into whatever you want. That's also a way that I can see, since you have Anakin, you're getting Palpatine up. That's probably wouldn't be a horrible farm. But, and I don't think C is a bad GL. I don't even think he's a bad first GL. He's very efficient. He has great farming synergy with Executor. But again, like, whatever you want to do, that's just some things that I would recommend that are some farming pathways that you can go. You can go purely passion projects and keep farming whatever you want. You can go pure efficiency, which is going to be farming a GL level ship into that Jabba farm, mixing in with assault battles, or you can do high farming synergy of just whatever's closest, which is doing C into Executor after the Revan farms. So those are the farming pathways that you can go with this. Just whatever you want to do. It's you know, the ball's in your court. Let's look at just a quick little glance at your mods, because I did see that you have some 6-dot mods. So overall, decent mods. I do like that you are following my modding thresholds. So this one has a ton of potential that you can still work it. But overall, like, good. I like this. Yeah, so these right here still have the potential to be plus 25 and should be worked, as far as like the square, the diamond, and the cross. But overall, like, great job. I will say that your arrows need some work. What you do for arrows is you look for ones that have like ideal stats. Like tenacity is completely useless for Darth Revan because of stacks of ferocity lower their tenacity. So you don't need any tenacity for this team. What you want is offense percent. So this is still a good mod that you can use for someone else some other time. But for maybe Jabba, like, this would be a great if you like fully fleshed it out, continued working it, and you hit some like tenacity and more health, then this would be an excellent Jabba mod in the future. But you know, like, you do with speed arrows, the secondary stats are the best thing that you can do for it, and find ones that complement the character that you're doing. But overall, like, great mods. Like, I see that you have, yeah, excellent job with your mods, dude. Excellent. So I really am. You're doing me proud. With your standards here and how you're working your mods. So you're doing it right. And that's what I tell people. It doesn't matter if you have all the things or how old your account is. What matters is, do you know how to work your mods? Because even with my like 3-week-old alternate account, I am still getting some like okay mods, or I can identify like, hey, what has high potential as I slice through, and I can't really slice, but as I'm like working mods and getting new mods, I'm seeing like, hey, these have potential to be worked. I'm saving these, selling off the junk, and getting new mods into my account, and just trying to like cycle through as many mods as possible while cheaply kind of working ones and saving ones that are good. And you're even though your income is very, very low, you're doing a great job. But whatever farming pathway you choose, make sure you still get Padawan Obi-Wan Master Qui-Gon up and running, because that is also going to help with your mods, your credits, everything. So, and that's a quick farm, and you can fill them in probably like that Padme team or something, or a Qui-Gon team once you get them up and running. I would say, as far as like whatever pathway you choose, your next Omicron should probably go on Traya, and then the one after that should go on Qui-Gon. So that's all I have for you. Good account, excellent mods, a great start. You're really doing me proud, dude. So keep it up. Thanks for being a part of my community and supporting me by watching all my streams and being an active member. So take care, Joe Boy, and I'll see you next time.